Have you ever driven over a highway bridge and couldn't help but look below? Or stood on a shoreline's rocky ridge just to watch the water flow? And count yourself as one of the few with a different set of dreams, the kind that keeps you up at night, 'cause you can't wait to get to that stream. It's more than a river. It's more than the water flowing or where it's going. It's the grip on the paddle and the shit in the saddle, the V in the boulders and the lean in the shoulders. When you reach for the eddy, it doesn't get better than this. Yes, it's more, so much more than a river.
Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Welcome. This is Live Conversations Across Current Leadership. We are live on Facebook, Substack, and YouTube simultaneously for 15 minutes every Sunday and Wednesday. We're in January and February, where we are talking to experts across paddle sports and outdoor rec, helping you level up your 2026 endeavors in paddle sports and outdoor rec. Just helping us get those golden nuggets of information that are going to make us all that much more impactful. Tonight, we have the first of several conversations where we get a sneak peek into several new programs coming out of the ACA. And I am so excited to have John MacDonald here with us tonight from Play Harder Adventures. John, thank you so much for agreeing to come and give us a sneak peek into some of what's coming down the pike.
Thanks, Andrea. Excited to be here and share some information tonight.
Well, we are so happy to have you. John is here tonight in a new role. He has now gotten the credential of being a trip leader, trainer, educator, which means he's not only going to be able to train and certify new trip leaders, he'll be able to train and certify the folks who train and certify new trip leaders. But even before that, he's already been an active and important part of our community. He's a river kayaking instructor trainer. He is an instructor trainer educator for adaptive paddling. He serves in the ACA Regional Activity Council as the ACA Utah State Director, helping all the folks in Utah navigate different opportunities at the ACA and connect with what's happening in their region. And then as part of his full-time job, because the volunteer work has to stop and we pay the bills at some point, right? He serves as the Director of Campus Recreation at the University of Utah. So thank you for coming in from Mountain Time and helping us out tonight, John.
Yeah, glad to be here. At least it's not East Coast time, so I still have some daylight tonight.
There you go. So, all right. Tell us about this new leader guide pathway. Now, most of us are familiar with skills classes from the ACA. We're familiar with the path that people take when they want to become an instructor. This is different. This is a whole new track. So give us a little sneak peek as what it involves.
Yeah, so the way this is structured is that this is a complement. This runs concurrent with the instructor track. So this runs parallel. And really was kind of structured and set up for a changing market. We realized that a lot of folks are, they want to go out and take other people out on the water. They don't necessarily need just instruction. A lot of states have requirements, guide requirements that this really helps support and is designed to be right there and along with those guide needs. And some of the nuances and the differences is that the instructor courses are structured to have a focus on teaching skills, techniques, and safety, often starting from a classroom and transitioning to water, where the leader guide program is a focus on leading, assisting, and ensuring safe experiences. So it's going from teaching to leading, structured versus some more flexibility as we manage a moving, kind of changing environment with trip leading and guiding. It is a multi-craft certification, so it is a 4-year certification. But it's multi-craft. So there's an assessment for people coming in, foundational assessment of skills, so that when we're teaching this, when people are taking the course, we can really focus on that difference of leading, of assisting, that safe experience aspect, and less on the hard skills of paddling foundations.
So just so I'm clear, let me see if I can translate just a little bit. When we're learning how to be an instructor, we have to be able to break down the mechanics of a model quality stroke and then be able to have a critical eye to help people get there from here. Because once they are an instructor, they are not only modeling the stroke, they are not only teaching the stroke, they are assessing whether or not people can do that stroke, right? But that's not going to be as critical when you're getting in a trip leader environment. In the trip leader environment, it's more about, can you get people in multiple kinds of craft that are all on your trip back in the boat, not just your kind of craft.
Correct.
Can you do the group management and the multi-craft and the prevention aspects, right?
Correct. Yeah, and there's multi-craft in these courses. So you're coming to a course and you might have a primary craft yourself, but you're going to be, working in and amongst other craft in the leader and the guide program.
Excellent. Okay. Well, I can see how that's going to be incredibly useful for, whether it's paddling clubs or meetup groups, also parks and rec programs, state park rangers, folks that are doing a lot of trip leading that doesn't need to get into the mechanics of technique, but just needs to keep everybody safe.
Correct. Yep. Looking to how can we keep people safe, move from point A to point B, meet the objectives kind of that trip and guide program that they might be leading, and giving them the tools and the ability to reflect and respond appropriately as they need to in that environment.
That's amazing. Okay. Now, the other new thing, if I'm correct, I think they have also evolved what ACA is offering so that once you get certified as a trip leader or guide, you also have access to insurance for the trips you're leading. Is that right?
Yep. Yeah. So this does include, just like the instructor program would, this has the opportunity to be able to use the ACA insurance program as a component of it.
Okay, well, that opens up a lot of possibilities for folks, not only to be able to do, the group management and prevention and good decision making as they lead trips, but also the just in case part, right? The liability management.
It does, yeah. It's a full complement. It really does run right along with the instructor program in a lot of those ways, and structure and formality through that process. And insurance is one of those opportunities that's involved with this.
Well, I love it. Well, I know that you as one representative, one ITE representative of the SEIC, the Safety Education Instruction Council, have been working diligently for months, trying to make sure that we have an installed base of leader trainers out all across the country so that we will start seeing these trip leader certification classes, guide certification classes, as soon as the water is appropriate for those classes. How many folks have been certified? Do you know? It's like 50 or 60, isn't it?
It's at least that. And I know we started to roll some of those out. People were teaching this towards the end of last year. And I think you're going to see a lot more of that coming up here this next season. So you'll start to see those populate in the ACA calendar. You can reach out to trainers and get courses set up if there's interest, and ask them, if they're able to come in and teach that if that's of a need. And the other neat thing about this is this has been in development for quite some time, and a lot of resources working with some outside entities have been developed. So there's really great books and resources to come in and help people prepare for this. Yeah, there we go. To take a look and say, you can go online, you can get these through Amazon. So they're print on demand. So as we need to revise content, we will do that, and you're getting the most current information. And you can get them through Kindle as well. So it's a great way to kind of come in and get more details on the program, but also as we go out and teach these, to provide this great content, professional support of resources for this kind of program.
Absolutely. So I've put in the show notes the link to information about the program. So if you're thinking about becoming a certified trip leader or guide, you've got all the information there that you might need. And I've linked this ACA Leader Pathway collection of books so that you can purchase whichever books among that collection you're interested in having. I've also included a link because I know that a lot of the instructors I work with are very interested in finding out how they can get that extra credential so they can certify trip leaders. So if you're interested in being able to certify trip leaders, we've got a link for you on the ACA website so that you can file that application and start down that path. And I also included the link for how to find your ACA state director and regional chair. You know, I serve as the ACA Southeast regional chair. John serves as the Utah state director. If you're trying to find a class that already exists in your area, you know, and you've already looked at the ACA calendar, you're just not sure what you might be able to tap into, talking to your state director or your regional chair is a great resource.
Yeah, I echo that for sure. It's an easy way to see what's going on in your state. Sometimes there's courses that might not get posted to the ACA calendar that the state director is aware of, or if not, they can kind of connect you in with the other people in the state or surrounding area in the region who might be able to get the programs put together that you need.
Yeah, I absolutely know that down here in the Southeast, our state directors will get wind of there's 3 people in this corner that need this class, and there's 4 people over here, and neither one of them have the funding to be able to bring in an IT to do it on their own. But if they join forces, suddenly they've got a class and they can pay the bills and they can make it happen, and everybody wins. So yeah, definitely reach out to your state director and your regional chair as a resource when you're trying to access ACA programming in your area and you're not sure what might be available. Awesome. Well, I think that we've covered the highlights. I know there are going to be lots of questions as this continues to roll out, and we're all very excited about it. John, I can't thank you enough for coming in tonight to talk to us. For everybody else's benefit, our next live conversation with Cross Currents Leadership is Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. This is going to be a call to action for all those paddle sports small businesses. If you are a retailer, if you are an outfitter, if you've got a paddle sports related small business, we've got Jason Eccles coming. He is the president of Aquabound and Bending Branches, but he's also a board member with the Paddle Sports Trade Coalition. And he's going to talk about how we can all be part of, you know, if we each do 5 or 10% more in just the right strategic direction, we can make our whole industry more sustainable so that we're all doing well in our businesses. So I really encourage you guys to join us Wednesday for just 15 minutes with Jason Eccles. And as always, I want to thank Jerry Vandervert, my songwriter buddy from Nashville, who allows us to use that song More Than a River during our countdown. I've included his links to his music in our show notes as well. Go check him out. He's got several CDs of paddle songs. They're great. My favorite one is about you can't have enough boats, and he's got a great one. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you, John.
Great to be here. If you need more information, make sure you check out the ACA's website under Education Leader Pathway. It's a great spot to find out more because there's a lot more to this. This is just that introduction, and we hope to stay connected and learn together.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks, everybody.